Well, dear partners, colleagues, and customers of RSW Systems platform, today is the 30th of March 2024, and we are getting started. This is a broadcast in Zoom after the end of our today's meeting. This video will be available on our information YouTube channel in 3 languages. So you will be able to listen to it if you want in the language that you have better command of. So our working languages today are English, Russian, and Hindi, especially for our colleagues from Bharat, India. Now, let's check our feedback in terms of the sound. I think that you can see me well, but let's check the sound now. How can you hear me? If you can hear me loud and clear, please set your point from 1 to 10. 10, very good. 8 to 9 is fair to middling. Good, I can see 10s, so everything is fine. All right, I can see answers from our partners and in English and from our partners in Hindi language, so the translation is there. Ruslan is interpreting working? Do we have interpreting? Good means Aja. All right. Translation is available. All right, colleagues, let's begin. First of all, I would like to tell you the agenda. Today, we only have 1 hour to go. And during this hour, we need to answer, I have to answer questions that we received for this time that we have not met. And I hope that those questions are burning for our colleagues and partners. So these are relevant and alarming sometimes. Or maybe the answers to those questions will give you hope and will inspire you to further develop crowdfunding in terms of the string transport functionality. Now, the first news is not very good. The early March this year, we have encountered a news. You saw that our website was hacked, and the server was also hacked with personal data of our users. And the idea behind that hacking attack was to make reputational harm to the string transport technology, to our platform as well. And they probably wanted to get some benefits from that procedure. But our IT guys have successfully resolved that unpleasant situation. It took some time. And many of you were able to see that website was not working for some time, or was not working well. It took some time to update this server and to take the entire database to a safer resource. So our partners and colleagues, please don't worry for your personal data, the website. Don't worry about your payments, because the hack was only relevant to the database, but they had no access to your personal accounts, cards, or any payment details. This has not happened to my good knowledge, and special thanks to our IT people who have done stopped that hacking immediately, because the night that it happens, they had our employees had to go there, and they worked for a number of days continuously to make our resources safer. But I can tell you, I can assure you now that the problem has been resolved, and all the news that were issued after that case on our resources, they are official news and publication of news and information. No third parties have no relation to that. So all the data that you receive now is official and relevant. Because there were quite a lot of questions from our colleagues in India, Bharat, in terms of, is it safe to make payments now? Is it safe to choose new packets or packages or sets? I can tell you it is safe now, my friends. That was not a pleasant situation. But this is not something extraordinary, I would say. This is an unprecedented case, and I can tell you why. We all live in different countries, and I am sure when you read news during the year, you can see that, well, a government ministry website can be broken, or bigger banks, Google websites were hacked. Even Meta company, Facebook, Instagram, other resources have always been hacked. Twitter too. So these are platforms that are very big. They are available all over the world, and they have different levels of protection, services, and whatever is related to IT security is at a much higher level that we have, because our platform is just, a drop in the bucket versus bigger major companies. I know that Yandex, Russian Google, was hacked. It's a big Soviet resource, I would say, search engine. But my friends, the world is organized in such a way that hackers are there, and they have been trying either to make money on that, or to blackmail someone, or to find benefits. But we live in the 21st century, when personal data, right, they are protected. But let's theoretically imagine, what could a bad guy do with your personal data, your like passport information or email or phone number? Nothing, but just if he knows that information, that you is you, and you have this phone and number and this email, but he cannot do anything with that data. He will not be able to make a loan for that, because every bank, every financial institution, or a government organization, and so every person is identified, not to allow some counterfeit. So please note that we are not the first who have been hacked. The next day after this hack, the Anatoly Yunitsky's website was also, they tried to hack his website as well. However, our IT people have fixed it within 24 hours. Our platform has hundreds of thousands of people. That's why we had to spend more time. But Yunitsky, Anatoly Yunitsky, the founder of this technology, his website was also hacked, and this was just for reputational damage. Moreover, the team, which is now issuing the token related to the rail string transport, they are just going very big steps to monetize their token. And those hackers, They were hoping that it would have some impact on the technology reputation and, and would do some damage to us. But it was just negative emotions and nothing else. So, dear colleagues, please don't worry. Work with us, and you have no problem with the platform at the moment. The data are safe. We have certain measures employed and certain resources employed for this situation to never happen. And if it happens any more time, I hope that the system that is available would never allow that again. So this is the first burning issue today that many had, and I think that I have answered that question. If you need any more questions on that, please post it to the web chat. And if not, let's continue. Speaking about interpretation, again, I have already told you that please select a little globe in your Zoom functionality, and you can select a language. Let's resolve it one more time. Roman, my friend, can you give me, Ruslan? Is everything fine with interpretation? Well, it may be users, and the users have not yet just pushed the button. Thanks, Roman. Thanks, Cyril. Okay, my dear friends, let's continue. We have uh, questions about the Eco Technopark at Marina Gorka, which is a testing and research center that we know well. This is the first baby of Anatoly Unitsky, where the technology was shown, and many our customers and investors sometimes would like to visit that testing facility, that site they want to visit. And the same happens to the R&D center located in the United Arab Emirates, in the Sharjah Emirate. And our customers have also been trying to get to our Sharjah R&D center. What I can tell you about that. But before I answer that question, colleagues, look, format is that Adenia, I don't know, sorry if I mispronounce your name, and my other colleagues, when I am speaking, please do not ask questions, not to interrupt me or other partners. We will have 15 minutes in the end for me to answer additional questions that you have, okay? And let's have this agenda, and let's work like that. Let's be respectful to the audience and to myself as a speaker of this meeting. Thanks for your cooperation. All right, colleagues. Now, speaking about the visiting agenda, we need to know what an R&D center is and what is the goal of such facilities. We know that Belarus Eco Technopark and Sharjah Research Center has certain functionality, demonstration, certification of the rail string transport. These facilities are by themselves closed facilities where there is no access, free access for any person who are not entitled to it, because we have testing, we have, technology-based engineering processes that have some confidentiality, and just to, because if I visit UAE, and if I would like to go to our Sharjah Technopark, it is not possible, my friends. We need to have an agreement or a regulation, or we need to specify certain dates. But I can tell you one thing. What I mean is that I can give you an example that Anatoly Yunitsky has cited somewhere time. He said, imagine yourself that you are a Mercedes-Benz shareholder. You come over to the customer of a Mercedes company or a shareholder of that company. Once you arrived on Saturday, 30th of March or 2nd of April, Tuesday, and you say, all right, colleagues, I hear that Mercedes-Benz today is developing a new S-Class model. This is a testing ground. You are doing tests of this new car. And I would like to take a look. What do you think? What was going to be the answer from Mercedes-Benz management? Well, despite the fact that this person can be a customer or a shareholder, will he be allowed to go into such a testing facility? This is a question for you. Give me your feedback in the chat. Certainly not. He will not be allowed in, and it's good that you understand that. So, our facilities that where we're testing our rail string technology, these are certain closed facilities for any person without preliminary agreement. Yesterday, I was talking to a deputy general director of the engineering company for marketing and advertising, and I asked him to develop a mechanism or regulation like in a while, in a certain time frame, the company can make an open doors day or to allow groups to be formed once a quarter, once a month, to have a visitors day. So, and I would like to make that proposal. So this question is still open, and we will probably have a consensus. Well, earlier when EcoPass took place, when geopolitics was not so hard, we met once a year in Belarus, in Eco Technopark, and we had a whole day to travel in all pods. And the same is happening in UAE, but we only have investors and partners from the platform who achieve certain results in their activities aimed at the company's success. I mean to have crowdfunding investments. Yeah, I can block you now because you posted the second question after I have asked you not to have questions because we are during our dialogue. Please keep your question till the end. One more question and I have to block you. Please remember that. All right, colleagues. Now, the question about visiting R&D centers is still open, and we will probably have a common understanding. How can we take into account the interests of our investors in the right way? Because sometimes you can go to visit your relatives, you can visit your friends in UAE, and you would like to visit our research center in Sharjah. But without preliminary agreement, it is not good, and it does not make sense. I hope you agree with me. I just want you to have this understanding because a few partners have posted questions like that, having encountered the case that they wanted to visit, but they were not allowed. Once again, my friends, we need to understand how important those facilities are, and we need to know that these, whatever is happening there, is a certain, not commercial secrets, but maybe know-how or engineering secrets of how the rail stream transport is made. All right, colleagues, let's close off that question now. I am happy that we're on the same page, but just yes, I wanted to find a golden medium if such cases continue, and they would certainly happen. Visit a certain R&D center. People will ask with such, and if you have a wish to do so, we will try to make a visiting agenda. Plan it for a certain time or for a certain day, and you to plan that. Like if you want to go visit Belarus, or you need to have a visitors day or open doors day, we can receive that there is a guided tour, and you'll have a chance to see what you want to see. All right, colleagues, next. Speaking about question that has been asked multiple times about Anatoly Unitsky. We have regular videos from Anatoly of late. I'm grateful to him for such an open format of talking to the audience, because he's always tried to keep abreast of the situation. He's trying to see what is going on. The community of people support his technology. And from my personal experience, I can tell you that I was happy to visit and spend much time with Anatoly, and I saw himself, saw myself, like he was reading comments on YouTube, other social networks where people post their feedback on how technology goes on, and how they respond to use. And he is watching us responding to that. And he is an owner of the technology, founder of the technology. At the moment, is going to have new interviews answering questions. This is a good move from the company, I think. And this is a very direct move towards investors and the technology people, because for us, it's a thing showing that the company is open, transparent, and Anatoly Unitsky is trying to behave well towards us as investors in terms of his technology. And there is a question: why there were no mentioning of RSW platform in his video? Chiral Community Platform was mentioned, but I answered that question in a Telegram chat. But now I can tell you one more time, when Anatoly Unitsky was speaking about WC platform, that an example about financial processes, crowdfunding activities, and so on. So he was speaking about SWC company is a partner company operating in that direction. So it was an example, but it did not mean that he forgot us mention or our platform had no legitimacy or something. Have a lot of Anatoly's interview ahead of us, and answering questions, and you will hear about us as well, and we will not be forgotten. So don't worry. I don't think that we need to worry and to be alarmed about. All right? Please don't be misguided, because a few videos have not mentioned us, but don't worry about that. Yes, the webinar will be available in YouTube. Question to Mira. Sorry, answer for Mira. Next point. Why there are promo campaigns with a high discount? happening now. All right, I can do what? I can give a right now to speak up, to say, what do you think? Why our platform or SWC platform has a higher discount promos? Why do you think it happens? What are the reasons for that? Lumira is writing to me because the share price has increased. Speaking about the current account under this stage or substage, yes, the price went up. But sometimes we give a discount which is 2 or 3 times higher than the market one. And what makes you think so? Why it so happens? Nikolai is writing to me to finish off financing faster. But why such discounts? Because many partners who invested back in 2019, 2020, 2021, they purchased shares for discounts at that time. Now they can be even higher and even more profitable than at that time. Why it's so happening? The project is nearing completion. Well, doesn't not quite wrong answer. I give you 1 more minute. I would like to hear your opinion about that. Not because we are going to close out the project. No, there is another reason. And the reason is very clear. And Anatoly Unitsky has mentioned that many times for many years, speaking about the technology funding. Let's think. What are other opinions? What are options? Yes, address or specific projects happen. Why discounts? Look, the commercial delivery of technology is a separate thing. Now we're speaking about the funding of that technology, about support of the engineering company. Flow of investments drop. Not quite. Ruslan is writing that people don't want to invest. Not quite. So I can tell you more. I will repeat it in the end. Now to invent into this rail string technology, much more profitable in terms of guarantees, assurance in the fact that the technology will happen. It has already happened. It has already happened. But I can answer your question. It is clear that to get new users, but the reason is not that. Over those 10 years since 2014, was it enough funding? And every stage. Please remember what Anatoly Unitsky saying in his videos, in his addresses, EcoFest, in terms of funding at every stage. Was it enough? Was it first and second? Every stage closure was or could be accompanied. Every stage could end for 2 reasons only. First, the enough investment has been collected. Second, the enough engineering works have been done. Not a single stage, I can tell you, not a single stage out of 14 that we had was not closed because enough collected. Every stage that closed only because of the reason that Anatoly Unitsky was managed to correctly accumulate money in such a way it could make much more out of those money that he received. Because if we remember, we recall, 2014, 2016, what did we want? We wanted to have three types of transport. How many types of transport of 2024 now? More than 10, my friend. How many wage structures? We have three, have many more. Three. So, so what I can tell you now, at the moment, for the average stage, there was a pool of shares delivered rate of funds that we received, but every stage had underfunding. Therefore, the pool of shares remained unfilled, unsold at the first, second, 13th stage. There were some outstanding shares not sold. It was accumulating. Now, when we have a goal to ensure funding support for the engineering company, this is the first point. And second point, to deliver the third type of high speed, the company has a chance to sell those pool of shares one by one, having motion campaigns up to the 31st March, have very good discounts, highest offer, which is 80, but it goes off in one payment. Discount rate is 90. So, owing to the fact that we have an outstanding shares not sold, or company can sell more profitable discounts. And please don't have rows about that. I can tell you one more example, daily life. There is a new model of a mobile phone, any brand, or a new set brand, 2024, or a company is purchasing some wins, or company is buying a product earlier this year. They have 2024. So in December 2024, what they think never is not yet sold. Will we have discounts by the company from that? For that? Like phones, or by the end of 2024, they would cost cheaper. And any, home appliances would cost for in the end of the year, because it was not sold out. Have certain promos, people buy that stuff cheaper. And this is just an example from our daily life. No, and to understand that the shares that have not been sold over a certain period of time, this pool of shares is not small. That makes it possible for us to chance to join us to increase our investment portfolio for older partners. This is that doesn't mean that we reduce the price or the significance real here. No, friends, another situation about about the value. Here's their market value. Market would tell us what is going to be the price for technology, real transfer. Because the company was public, when the company will becomes whatever we give now a chance become go go only done because we have shares. This is the point. Second point. that you're not diminishing the importance of that in such a way, or you're not changing the channel by cheaper one, more expensive, yes. But that's from only available for water. That's pretty normal, but that's normal can be to you. Do you understand that? Do you understand why you have such promos? All right, good. Now, let's stick to another question. Um, Speaking about the dividends and Adenia, is a not very disciplined listener. She's always asking questions. I lived for 10 years in the city of Odessa, and we have a joke there. To know whether you understand our English speaking people or India, but we have a joke. I'm sorry that I'm speaking when you're trying to interrupt me. Adenia, I'm sorry that I'm trying to speak when you're asking questions. All right. Now, let me answer questions. Let me answer questions because they are related to what I was saying. And then let me finish. Sorry, let me continue. Well, Dania is writing. The 15th stage can be closed. And what Uninsky thinks about that? Let's speak about the obligations now. Um, Speaking about Adenia and other customers and users, thinking about obligations first. You are not very literate investors. You probably have not read the document when you signed it. Sorry, let's make it straight up. Are grown up adults who are responsible for what you do. And we have a contract of converting a loan, which says directly the company in obligations of investment. Uh, Say that it's just words, no obligations. That's not true. That has nothing to do with. This is the first. Second, and it's what assumed an obligation more than got money. Why? Because when investments started back in 2014, count was 2,000. Now it's 1 to 100. But having received money, and that's all you need to is obligated to pay much more money. Second, that's all you need to get much less money than we receive as crowdfunding platform as marketing costs. And you are all parts of the partner base. Only RSW systems spend 31% for marketing, and SWC spends even more. So I can tell you that Anatoly obligations, for example, India has invested $1,000, for example, and the company only gets 600. Anatoly obliges to pay back 1,000 because the crowdfunding price is not cheap. Without motivation, agents that promote technology, the crowdfunding would not give it longer. What I mean that to blame Anatoly Unitsky the fact that is trying to drag time or to do something without fulfilling his obligations. Listen, back in 2014, he promised that he was going to set up 3 types of transport. He established more than 10 types of transport. We expected three real estate structures. Now we have more than 10. And this is what has really been done. But he has the many plans that he has many engineering logs where he is trying to improve his technology. So lots of backlog he has delivered. So that money that he received, they can assure you that with 5 times more things have been delivered that have done for that amount of money that he received. And I am pretty sure, as so, dear friends, speaking about the question or claim towards the company or towards the team trying to use technology to attract investments. Well, to us here, because we are all humans, we are all adults, and you have your own life experience. It's, you have to read the investment memorandum. You have it. You know the company milestones. And a month ago, there was an updated vector for the GTI company movement that has the intellectual property for you people that are in the market. And this is a COVID time. The and or political shifts really now. But despite that, the company has been developing the technologies to still continue developing. And please watch attentively the number 5 videos for commercial development of the rail string transport development in December, and the video report from Anatoly Yunitsky as a chief designer and president of a group, and Nadezhda Kosareva as CEO of the engineering company String Rail Technologies. Please listen to that information and watch what the company has achieved. The company now has more than 50 commercial projects in progress. What does it mean? Here was a question. If a company is switching to self payment technology or self, how shall I, let me read that if I can find that. Well, the idea is that if the company has self payment, why do you have investment? Why do you need investment if you pay uh, can pay for everything yourself? Now, we are at the 15th stage, and the goal is to have a high-speed way. High-speed road is the first point. Second point, engineering company has a few $1 million of work, of money spent for its routine work in per month. The engineering company has about 1,000 engineers. Payroll, it's a lot of technical economic processes that need spending money. And this is crowdfunding. But Anatoly Yunitsky has clearly said that the company only has two projects, ready for commercial delivery, which is a urban city and freight transport. It has no impact on the fact that those products, not to sell those products. I mean, if we if we close something, the company can get other projects, and the company is even self-sufficient before it gets profit. We can pay some dividends. And Anatol Yunitsky in December 2023 has said that by the year 2025, company will do whatever it can to set up a dividend payment mechanism. We need to know, my dear friend, that the financial and legal organism not does not mean that dividends would be paid from January 2025. It is necessary to set up a legal network, and for the company is we're not we're not a public company. That's why does not mean that we have an IPO. The, this is in line. The you're still, paying back. You still can pay for yourself. Yes, we can, but we will speak about during the next podcast live program. You need to know that the payments are not related because evidence is working, and if Anatoly has decided to make a legal financial framework, and if it happens, that would be very nice because many may happen during this year and next year because the interest towards the commercial rail swing transport has been growing. And I do know that because the processes, I take part in many processes to get commercial delivery of technology to happen in different countries and regions. And the interest has been growing. This watch with this and invest engineering company that used the Kosovo as the CEO of engineering company. It's not just given it, but wrote paper on innovative businesses for transport and logistics in the International Forbes magazine. This is International Forbes, not local, and was able to make that article in the Forbes. And there was a recent article in an international journal where the police looked publication about rail swing transport. Is that Forbes is a high profile journal, and this is very important. Well, to say nothing about business from transport ministers and some municipal authorities and mayors that are marketing. Yeah, I can tell you, the company uh, nearly commercialized its technology. They that are selling shares for a reduced price that from 2019-20. Please use it. Use those both value or Google shares for you can buy even more for crypto markets. Bitcoin 2 3 years ago when it was more than 50%. Those people buy more inflation, but now Bitcoin has reached its maximum. Smart people, and if we have a backlog of shares still outstanding, buy it. Please buy it with your portfolio. I think that this is a very certain logic behind it. And if you have enough portfolio of shares, please be active in your partner program. Offer it to your relatives, friends, and potential investors that we have because the investment culture has been growing, and this is pretty much, I say that, different technology and different offer that was 5 years ago. I can get back to that topic. people don't want to invest and so on. My dear colleagues, street rail transport 7 years ago and now is heaven and hell, literally, because if I get back to 2017, 2018, the company has not yet undergone certification. And so many people still investing. And we didn't even know whether it would happen or not, whether it would go private or not, whether they would see us or not. Everybody has no doubts. But now, when the company has R&D centers, Eco Technopark in Belarus and UAE, thousands of square meters of production facilities located in located where we have a large engineering center, which is a research institute with more than 1,000 employees. And this is also owned by the company. I'm sorry, my friends. Sell information, let's call it like that, to sell an opportunity to be a company co-owner. We can see where this money goes. It's all transparent. Chat, why company is not providing reports once again? Every year we have a financial audit from 2023, 2022, 2021. We always have audits posted on the website. So I am calling upon you, all of you, to be responsible for your investments, for your money. And please subscribe to sources to know what is happening and where you have invested. And every person is writing just like that. Well, friends, Natalia is writing. The reports can be available in the and the answers to your questions are also available in the news. And I'm sure that if you invest a certain amount of money into a new apartment, you will periodically be calling to your manager to see what's going on, to see to the website of the company to what stage has been realized in terms of this delivery and price of the square meter, so on. It looks like, yes, you invested and you got some information from a certain person, and you decided to know, okay, it's much easier to write a question in the web. You can also go and read at the website. Please, we will post our information sources on YouTube for every person to know who is in stream. First of all, this is our platform because now you have the website. Third, you have to have a website, transfer.com. Our our parent company, our subsidiary, I would say, which is a member of the registry. And is we have high space for beyond rocket space exploration. And these all things do as they all give us chance. What are you doing as a co-owner? Basically, this is your responsibility. We have help you. We are all adults. We need to take our first steps. That we have 6 more minutes. I would like to make information. Well, reference to the website can be published in YouTube when it appears, but our administrator will for that will give it to you. Right, colleagues. 5 minutes to eat. Listen, the 16th of April, Anatoly Yuniski is going to have 75 years. It's a big jubilee in his life, and that person has done a lot for our planet to be a better place, be environmentally friendly in terms of transport. And so he has proved a lot, and he spends most of his life. He's going to be 75 years this year, and we have a chance to have a video. Congratulations. This opportunity will be there before the 5th of April. You will be able to send your video message. It's better to have audience from different countries, different languages, different cities. And the format is that you can have, please provide your personal congratulations to Anatoly Unitsky. We will make one big video out of those uh, messages on RWS systems to congratulate Anatoly and to thank him for in our life and gifts that you did work for us. So please wait. It's our Telegram channel and video congratulations and video. Now on the Telegram in the circle or on other resource video that you could have from your phone and then supply to the electronic email. We will be able to congratulate him from us. I do not exclude case that we will have unprecedented pain. Let's have a 75-year anniversary. It's a big deal, and we will be able to make negotiations with the company to get some exclusivity and suggestions to have co-owners of the technology. And one more thing, my friends. From last week, me personally, I'm going to introduce our live streams. There was a pause, information pause related to the fact that we got some feedback for our website, and there was a pause. But now I'm going to have a regular April broadcastings. It's going to be a video, or we'll have regular meetings. And during I will tell you step by step procedure. Switch to the Vibrant Global platform. What has been done over that period of time, and then we will have full information for the meeting. So wait for the announcement. So, my dear friends, once again, 16th of April, Anatoly Eduardovich Yuniski will have 75 years of age, and you will have a chance to relate personally. Now, please take that big opportunity to congratulate him. Okay? You will have a chance to be able to meet with him. We are compatriots. So the limit is over. Our meeting is over today. Sorry for some problems with translation because time is hard. Please post questions to our Telegram channel and let's have another meeting. But next meeting will be dedicated to the news related to the switch to micro and global platform transfer. What are the steps that we need to do? And the token we need the available, and we'll try to do that. And before the 15th February, one thing, my dear friends, one day is left, 1.5 day left before the end of the Spain, and now don't have much sets available. 60 sets for $1,000 to 20 to five $2,500 is 40, and another 45 set for another package. So please use that chance and convey that information to your partners that are in your network or potential customers, partners of your company. Well, my dear friends, thanks a lot. And about like you can post to my Telegram chat or whatever, and I can reply. Thank you very much for your time. Shukriya. It's a pleasure for me to meet you. I wish you all the best weekend and a good, safe weekend to be more active today and tomorrow because the promo is only valid for today and tomorrow. It's over from the 1st of April. So not so many packages left with discounts higher than the market value. All right, friends. Thank you for your much. All the best to you. Bye bye. For the announcement, and we're going to speak about a very important things relating to the development of our company. All the best to you and bye.